So this week, Funko's attending a licensing event where they're showing off a ton of their brand new Funko Pops, and we got first looks as well. And there's so much, like so much. So let's check it out. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we have a lot of stuff to go over, like a lot. Probably well over 100 different Funko Pops that were shown off at this Funko licensor event. Now before we jump into all that, we do have our question of the day, and I'm bringing this question back. How are you guys doing? Have you added anything to your collection? How's your family? How's your jobs? Are you in school right now? Let me know down below. If you're wondering how me and Bailey are doing, we're doing pretty well. We're just busy with work these days, to be honest, and we do have some upcoming traveling, so that's going to be a lot of fun. So a couple things you need to know before we jump into the reels is that anything you haven't seen in this video that is new, it hasn't been announced yet, and we don't know when it's going to be announced, just so you know. So there's no release dates, there's no ETAs. This just means that Funko has in samples, and they could possibly be announced very soon. So basically, anything new here, you can't buy today. I think we're gonna go ahead and start off with sports, and we do have some NASCAR on the left. Check out that pop ride, that is very detailed. I like how that turned out. And on the right there, we do have a look at some of the upcoming WWE Funko Pops, and I do believe some of these were already announced. Now moving along, we have several new NFL Pops, as well as 2 new baseball Funko Pops. Now I'm not much of like a sports watcher, to be honest, so I don't really know too many of these characters, but let me know, are you guys gonna pick up any of these? Now we also have a brand new Steph Curry Pop Slam cover, which is pretty cool, as well as we do have a ton of upcoming NFL Santas here, where it has the different team logos on his hat, and I think he's wearing the team colors, so that's definitely a very interesting concept. I'm assuming those are going to be announced closer to the end of the year, around December, and let me know what you guys think about these. I think it's a little unnecessary. Just to me, I just don't see how Santa Claus and football correlates, you know? Now moving along, we have lots of new Funko Pops for the Rocks category. So first up, we have a couple new Snoop Dogg Pops. I think that is a 10-inch Snoop Dogg on the left, if I'm not mistaken, and then a new 4-inch on the right. That 10-inch is actually kind of cool looking. Now we also do have Sharpay from High School Musical and Aretha Franklin. We also have Rob Zombie and a brand new Ed Sheeran. Now, that Ed Sheeran is obviously nightmare fuel. It's just super terrifying. Whatever they did with the eyes just looks horrifying. I believe it's from one of his music videos. That's what everybody was saying. I still don't know why it was made. It did not need to be made at all. Like, this is just horrifying. And the other one next to Ed Sheeran, I can't really pronounce her name, so I'm not going to attempt it, but she does have her pop coming soon. We also have 2 new covers for Shakira, Oral Fixation, and Mariah Carey, Rainbow, as well as first looks at the new Michael Jackson Funko Pop there, or you can call Muzan from Demon Slayer if you prefer that. Moving along, we also have Rosalia and Shakira individual Funko Pops, and looks at the new set of Duran Duran Pops. So I was surprised to see more Duran Pops, just because the last one sat so long that nobody wanted to buy them even on clearance. So I was surprised that they decided to do a whole nother new wave. I believe that's everything for Pop Rocks and music. Let me know which ones were your favorites. Next up, we have lots of first looks for anime. First up, My Hero Academia, and we got first looks at some new characters. So yesterday I showed you some of these pops that were actually leaked out by an overseas website, and now Funko actually showed us in-person looks. So we have Deku Black Whip there, the new Todoroki, which just looks phenomenal. And then we also have Denki Kaminari, which is seemingly the only new character in this next wave if you look at the side of the box there on the right, where you see Deku, Shoto, Tenya, Momo, Tokoyami, Denki, and Hitoshi there. And on the bottom there, you can see the new Tenya as well as Hitoshi out of box. Moving along, we have closer looks at some of the Boruto Pops announced a while back. We have the brand new Entertainment Earth exclusive Sarada here. Well, I think this is the common version, but the glow is Entertainment Earth. Anyways, though, this is where she has the Sharingan, and then she has the Chidori in hand. It turned out even better than expected, and I love the base stand detail as well. And lastly, for Boruto, we also got looks at Shinki and Naruto Baryon mode, the common. Next, for Jujutsu Kaisen, we have looks at the Besto Friendos 2-pack of Itadori and Todo, as well as the Panda Common. And if you're wondering, everybody's going nuts for that Jujutsu Kaisen 2-pack, and just so you guys know, it is going to be a common release, so it's going to be very easy for everyone to get. Next up, we actually got first looks at a Demon Slayer pop, and that is Susumaru here. So she does actually have a Glow Chase variant that wasn't shown here. Next, for Saint Seiya fans, we got first looks at 4 new gold versions of the Seiyas. 3 are shown here, and then 1 is in the back that we can't see. And on the right there, we also have first looks at some of the Haikyuu Funko Pops here. And lastly, guys, we do have looks at some of the Pokemon pops of Glaceon, Scorbunny, and Arcanine. Arcanine looks fantastic, and so does Glaceon. Now, they even had the Pokemon Advent Calendar on display, and it did show Umbreon here, so here's an in-person look as to what the Umbreon pop is going to look like in the future. Next, we have some Star Wars and Marvel pops. So first up for Star Wars, we do have looks at some of the Galaxy kind of like pop ride set. So we do have Ahsoka, Hera, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the Mandalorian. All of these look really great, and if you guys want to pre-order them, I'll leave a link down below in the description for you. Now, also for Star Wars, we do have a look at the Facet C-3PO exclusive, most likely going to the Funko shop, as well as some of the Funko sodas of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I forget his name. Greedo. Is that Greedo? As well as Darth Maul and Queen Amidala. Now, as far as Marvel, we actually had looks at the Werewolf by Night Funko Pops here, including 4 different pops in the set. And honestly, that bigger 6-inch pop turned out fantastic in that grayscale color. I do believe that Werewolf by Night show was very, very well received, so I'm sure these pops will sell pretty good. Next, we have lots of stuff for movies and TV. So first up, from the Barbie movie, we have looks at some of the pops here. We have several different Barbie versions, as well as Western Kin. If you'll notice there in between the Barbies, they did actually put Sharpay, and I showed her earlier in this video. It's just funny to me because I was like, did they try to pass her off as Barbie? I don't really know who set that up, but it's like, the problem I have with it is that you have to take Sharpay out of the High School Musical box to put her with the Barbie pop, so I don't really know how that got mixed up. Moving along, we also have a brand new Pennywise dancing with flames around his feet, seemingly, so that's going to be a really cool glow-in-the-dark pop, as well as we have a brand new Crow Funko Pop here, and that looks really nice. That is such an upgrade from the original. I also love the translucent yellow base stand he has. Now, on the right there, we have the guy from Disturbed, so I accidentally put this in the movie section, but either way, he's coming for any fans. Moving along, we also have Nightmare Before Christmas here, several looks at some of the new upcoming pops. We have a couple Jack Skellingtons, as well as Zero and Sally there in a dress. For any fans of the show Schitt's Creek, we have several new commons in the set that should be announced relatively soon, as well as we have first looks at the Trailer Park Boys Funko Pops on the left there of all 3 commons, and the brand new Ted Lasso Funko Pops, finally first looks at those. For any Captain Planet fans, here's an out-of-box look at all the different pops. Now, they actually showed these off at WonderCon a couple months ago, so I'm assuming we're going to see them announced really soon. Like, I feel like they should have been announced already. From the Wednesday Netflix series, in the middle there, you will notice that Enid there was actually shown off. She hasn't been officially announced yet, but I'm sure it's coming soon. As well as on the right there, we also do have the Thing hand. So, what's interesting about this is that it looks like it's going to be exclusively sold on Mondo, and it's kind of like a replica, essentially. Next, from the Disney 100 line, we have a brand new Lizzie McGuire Funko Pop here. For Star Trek fans, we actually got a really cool pop cover, and that is Spock with one of the movies in the background. Now, I haven't really seen a lot of Star Trek content, so Bailey would know this more than me as to what movie this is from. Now, on the right side of this image, we also have looks at the soy sauce bottle with chopsticks, and this is just the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't really care for a lot of the pop foodies or ad icon things, but this one got me. I was like, why does this look so freaking cool? Ugh. Now, lastly, for movies and TV shows, we do have first looks at the Family Matters Funko Pops here, including most of the family members, as well as Steve Urkel. This is definitely an iconic character to get a Funko Pop. So the last things I want to show off are a couple different miscellaneous things. Like, we have some brand new McDonald's plushies here of Ronald, I think Birdie, Grimace, and the Hamburglar. And then we also do have some FNAF plushies. I don't know all these characters, but on the right there, I do know, I think they're called Sun and Moon from a certain game. I don't really know a lot about the FNAF franchise. But anyways, I think they turned out pretty cool, and let me know if you guys are a fan of FNAF. Now, lastly, we do have a set of really interesting pops here. So, based off what I was told in my Discord, this is basically like a version of Bingo. And here are 3 different characters of it, so I guess these are kind of considered video game Funko Pops. Actually, no, not video game, but like a board game pop, kind of like Mr. Monopoly, but pop games, I suppose. Either way, they're very interesting pops, and let me know, have you ever played this game, and are you guys going to pick up these pops? Alright guys, so I believe that does recap pretty much everything that was shown today. If I missed anything, tomorrow will probably be another Funko news, and I'll cover it tomorrow, but yeah, today was very, very overwhelming. I've just spent nothing but the last few hours making images for this video and just looking at new pops and sharing new pops. It has been a crazy long day of just so many new Funko Pops. Like, definitely a really cool day. Anyways, though, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Smash the like button down below if you did enjoy, and make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to say a big shout out to all the amazing Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys rock for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon-only Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. We also have a Facebook group with over 17,000 members that's buy, sell, and trade. And make sure to be following me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.